positive message.
I was really moved by last week's show because we made a commitment to a worldwide event to try to change consciousness.
I'm feeling enormous energy around this show, just enormous. I really have to hand it to you, Nicole. You have created sort of a niche of amazing connections. It's just like the angels and the devatas that are like attracted to News for the Soul is amazing.
And we love News for the Soul.
Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Brinkley. Welcome to the hearts and minds of Informant. This is News for the Soul.
Hello, this is Satyan Raja, and you're listening to News for the Soul. Be open in your mind, your body, your being. Allow yourself to drench in this awesome information to evolve you to your next place.
Hey, this is Dave Morehouse, and you're listening to News for the Soul.
You're listening to the News for the Soul radio network. News for your soul. Life-changing broadcasts to souls around the world since January 1997. The News for the Soul radio network airs daily, and our archives are always totally free. Go to newsforthesoul.com to join the next live show now. That's newsforthesoul.com. Call in to live News for the Soul shows daily for intuitive coaching, readings, numerology, leading-edge health information, and much more with featured hosts from around the world. Go to newsforthesoul.com to join the next live show now. That's newsforthesoul.com.
Yeah, man. We all love to hear the good news, so we all should rush to hear the good news. Right. But we can us find the good news. NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. Yeah, man. Just log on to www.newsforthesoul.com. You hear me? We are a life-changing talk radio. We give you good news to keep you on the go. And you can also share the good news you know. And that's the way we keep in the flow. We only focus on the positive things, yeah. We only focus on the positive things, yeah. We not go put none of the negative in there. We not go put none of the negative in there. NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. NFTS. News for the soul at the very best. Log on to www.newsforthesoul.com. Every time, come hear the good news, share the good news. And we all feeling good for the good news.
Since 1997, Soul Radio has been changing lives. From uplifting to unexplained, talking about breaking chains. Don't you know? News for the soul. Don't you know? News for the soul.
And we are live. Time for Abigail's Insights this Saturday morning. Abigail Pattman is here to reintroduce her work and tell you what's up for today. Here we go. Abigail, welcome back to News for the Soul.
Hi, thank you. Good to hear you
Good to
again.
hear your voice.
Skype is working.
Yay. So it's good to have you back, Abigail. Why don't you reintroduce yourself and your work?
Yes, hi, I'm Abigail. I'm currently living in Thailand, and I work with energy. It's quite vast, all the sorts of bits and pieces that I do. So I usually keep it simple and just say it's energy. It can go into any area. It could be emotional trauma. It could be removing negative energy, bringing back energy, limited belief systems. It's kind of endless. So that's where I'm at. I've been doing it for a while, and I started with the tarot, and it just kept expanding.
So talk about what people can get help with you.
Oh, it's very interesting that, because people come to me with all sorts of things. It's really when something feels wrong, people come to me. Obviously, they don't usually come to me when they're feeling wonderful. When we're feeling good, we don't really want to go for healings and therapies and things like that. So a lot of what I get is most of the people that come and see me are very psychically sensitive. I've noticed that's really something that happens a lot for me. And it can be anything from people that are going through tough breakups, or they've had some kind of trauma or accident, or they feel like there's some energy on them that doesn't feel right. And it can move into health issues as well, because I work around the endocrine system and I check through the organs. For me, I look for where there's blockages, and I look also for anything that's out of balance, whatever feels out of alignment, because I also believe that when we're completely back in alignment and we're feeling focused, that we're able to make our own decisions. And, you know, when the anxiety's gone and all of the clouds, should we say, then it's a lot easier to focus on life and get things done and know what the right answer is, because we're all basically capable of making our own decisions and being in the right place and listening to our intuition. So alignment's a big key thing for me. Another thing that I like to do is removing hooks and cords. Something that I find we do as emotional beings is we tend to tune into each other. And when we become enmeshed, and we can do this as couples, we can do this as friends, we tend to feed each other emotions. So when I'm clearing the system and working through the chakras and energy bodies, a lot of what I'm doing is cord cutting as well. I see us as a big vibrational bubble. And inside that bubble, we have a whole ton of different energy bodies, of which I go through, the chakra system, and also we have a system within our body, which is why it's important for me to look through the endocrine system, because that's where all of our hormones are. So I tend to really, like I said, I work with the story that people come to see me with, and it could go past life as well, and it can also go ancestry. And the ancestry thing is really fascinating, because basically neurologists and scientists are just beginning to tap into this and see that our DNA carries past trauma from events that have happened with our grandparents, our great-grandparents. It's absolutely incredible. So, like I said, sometimes I'll be working with people and an ancestor will come through and they'll take back the trauma. Doesn't mean the ancestor gets left with the trauma. We take it all back up to source. So that's a big thing that's been happening for me recently. The other thing that I find is when I work with clients, I tend to get people that come in clusters. So I get people with similar problems, a whole cluster. It's almost like I'm constantly learning from every person that visits me and growing with what I do. So it's very fascinating stuff. I never stop learning. I'm a student, not a teacher. And there's always something to be taught. And that's where I'm at, really. I'm wondering if anybody wants to call in and speak with me about it, or if anyone's interested in having their energy worked on. And
what kind of thing, what kind of energy work could they do on the air with you?
Anything. As long as they're brave enough to ring through with the problem. Anything. I mean, what I would really do is diagnose their energy while they're talking. So I listen to the story, and while someone's telling me what the problem is, I'm also checking through to see where they're out of balance. I do find that most of the time when people are out of balance, it's obviously affecting them in a huge way. I mean, a small problem can be absolutely enormous. And when we become overwhelmed, things are really, really hard to work on. So basically, whatever someone wants to call with.
So I'll just let the listeners know on your first show, you did some work with my system, and the accuracy was crazy. It was stunning. How is it that you're able to tune in so well?
I actually use a pendulum, and I would say that I'm using my abilities. I'm a channel, but the pendulum's very, very accurate. I trust it implicitly. I don't trust it when it comes to finding objects in the house, or if I'm emotionally attached to something, then it doesn't work for me, but it works very, very well with energy. So it's really bizarre. I don't know if it's me or the pendulum in a funny sort of way that comes up first, because I may feel something instantly as the pendulum starts to move. But it's very, very sensitive to energy. And as we know, there's no time or distance with energy. So basically, for me, as soon as I've got a connection with someone, then I tune in, and that's how it begins. I didn't always use the pendulum. I've done a lot of different modalities. The pendulum sort of came in after watching a friend that was actually healing me, and it looked so good. I tried to use the pendulum before, and I couldn't. But once I started watching her, someone actually gave me a pendulum as a gift, and all of a sudden I could use it. It was very bizarre. Before then, it was just annoying. I could have made wall hangings from them or decorations. But then suddenly it just worked for me, and it became a tool. And it became it's just a very good tool to use for me personally, because it just works. I mean, I started with Whole Foods. I was in the States. I was at Whole Foods, and I went through the homeopathic medicine, and I was picking different things. I didn't have a clue. They all had Latin names. I didn't know what did what, but I bought a bunch of things. My boyfriend looked at me like I was mad. But the 3 weeks I had in the States, I actually needed every single one of those medicines. One was for muscle aches, and I'd done yoga and pulled something. Another one, it was freezing over there. I'm used to hot tropical weather. It felt like my skin had shrunk. So basically, I was itching and dry, and one was for skin, and I can't remember what the others were for, but it amazed me, and I started to test it for other things. I found the best lotion for my skin, and it really went from there. And then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was working through energy bodies with it, and I was just asking questions. Before then, I used kinesiology, and sometimes when I'm still working on my clients, I will use the pendulum and kinesiology just to get a real double confirmation. I've got this Virgo ascendant, so I like to be really accurate with what I'm doing. So I will double check and ask more questions and check things through. So it's years of experience with the pendulum and just having that trust. But I also channel, like I said, so it comes through kind of a similar time. It's I don't know which one comes through first, but it's nice to have something on the outside that's showing me things as well.
So, I mean, a lot of people have pendulums and they don't have those kinds of results. How do you think that happened for you? It sounds like it just kind of you naturally gravitated towards it.
Yeah, I mean, it naturally did grow. I did gravitate towards it, but I do believe that there were a few things. I mean, if I look back now at my whole experience of working with energy. I would say that everything up until that point, obviously, was a gift. And so I'd already learned kinesiology. There was kinesiology when I was doing the theta healing, and you learned to tune into people's bodies that way. Also, you were learning to listen to the messages that came through. I was channeling before I did the theta. I'd also used the tarot cards, so I was very clear on using outer tools as well. And they're almost like prompts. So you imagine someone on a stage and they begin to forget their lines, and then there's someone in the background that might read the first word or beginning of the sentence, and then that person's back in the flow of their speech. That's what I feel the tarot cards are like, and the pendulum's like. It's a prompt. It's kind of like telling you when there's something going on, and then you tune in and find out what it is. So that's kind of how it works for me. The next thing that came through that was very clear was the holographic kinetics that I did, and that was absolutely amazing. And in theta healing, you closed your eyes and you felt and you got the messages through with kinesiology. In holographic kinetics, you're actually taught to keep your eyes open and stay very, very present. So you're asking questions and you're tuning in with someone using kinesiology, and you're feeling the subtle body changes while you're doing that. But you're completely, it's the opposite. So I learned two ways of working. And I use that when I'm actually working on energy now. When I'm using the pendulum, obviously my eyes are open and I'm listening and feeling as it moves. And then when I do the last bit, which is I begin to retrieve the energy, and I work that way round, and I maybe move into a past life or work with ancestry or working with spirits, then I find that I've got my eyes closed and I'm going more into theta. So it's a combined gift that I'm using.
Oh, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. A long pause at that. Oh, dear. Here we go again. Yay, you're still there. Excellent. Yes. That helps immensely as we carry forward. So I got off track there. I thought you were gone. Just pulling up the switchboard and refreshing. We're just dealing with other things today, but hopefully we'll be able to get live callers. If not, we do have some people emailing in with questions. How would you feel about fielding one of those?
Fantastic. Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could be a little bit daunting to just call in with a problem with other people listening. So I understand if it's worrying for anybody.
Well, sometimes people are at work or they're not able to connect because they're not on Skype or whatever. So here's where we've got. We've got Juliet in the UK, and she's been plagued with migraine for the last 10 years. And it's to the point where it's debilitating. And she's asking if you're able to pick up anything from your pendulum.
Oh, wow. Usually it's easier if I can speak with someone, but then I can really connect through with them. But I am going to see if I can ask now. Juliet from the UK. Okay. Because if she's here and she's listening right now, hopefully I'll see if I can connect in. Can I connect in? Yeah. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is ask her migraines, is this a spiritual problem? Okay. Is it also a health problem? Okay. So it's a spiritual problem. All right. And is it something that she's ignoring? No. Is it a blockage? Yeah. Is it around the third eye? Yes. Okay. Is it related to head trauma? No. Is it a fear of psychic abilities? Yes. Okay. So migraines, I just want to explain a few things about migraines, and then I want to just tune in a little bit more. So the thing about migraines that I've learned on a spiritual capacity is that we can have a blockage of energy because the energy is flowing through us, and migraines, it's almost like it gets stuck somewhere, and there can be many different reasons for migraines. I mean, for some people it's cheese and red wine. For me, and I used to have migraines, I did a Vipassana, and a Vipassana is, for those that don't know, it's a 10-day meditation retreat. I did not find it fun at all. It was very challenging, but on day 7 I had a breakthrough. And I did begin to meditate and enjoy it. You do get up at 4 a.m. and you go to, I don't know, I think you're meditating until 10 o'clock at night. It was, I think, day 4, I wanted to kill someone, like I said. Clearing the mind and having nothing but the mind for days on end is not fun. But what I did feel was I never had a migraine since. I had the symptoms of one come in once or twice, but I haven't had a migraine since. So I'm just tuning in with Juliet, and I'm not saying go and do a Vipassana meditation retreat, but I do feel that there's something going on here about looking for your path and finding out who you are as well. It does seem to me, because I'm getting that this is a spiritual problem and not a health problem, I can imagine that it's a very difficult. Another thing that's coming through is to try acupuncture. Acupuncture is something that works on pressure points and can relieve the stress. And I don't know if this lady works a lot behind a desk or is on computers a lot, but I'm also looking at posture, okay? So really with migraines, I'm looking at blockages and what can you do to help that. So I'm going to sound really boring here, but working with something like Pilates or yoga or some kind of gentle form of exercise can help. I wish I could speak to Juliet because I could ask more questions and tune in a bit more. Is there any allergy with food? I'm not picking that up at all. Is there a purpose that I do feel as well that there's a lack of purpose somehow. It could be that, it could be, and I'd be really interested to know if I'm on the right trail here, but it could be that you're also in the wrong job. Sometimes we get really strong body symptoms when something is wrong, and I feel like what I'm picking up here is a lot of stress that is, I'm almost getting the words unnecessary. So what is going on in your life that is, and I'm getting a burden also not to keep on taking on other people's problems. I just feel that as I'm talking, like a whole sense of being extremely overwhelmed, really, really overwhelmed. So I feel like it would be really good to find ways to release some of this stress and also to make some strong decisions. So having better boundaries. Boundaries it's so difficult. We're tuned in this world. We're kind of programmed to say yes to everyone and to keep everybody happy and to kind of sacrifice ourselves for other people. And it's all the wrong way around, because when we do that, we run out of energy very quickly. So there is something to do with life changes here as well. Posture will help. Around the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, I can feel as well. I'm also getting something around the sinuses. So, yeah, it may also be that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see. I'm hoping, Juliet, that with this question you're allowing me to just tune in, because what I'm really picking up is a blocked third eye. So there could also be a fear around psychic abilities or some kind of shutdown when you were really, really small. I'm not quite sure of the age. I'm getting young, kind of around 5 or 6. A lot of people block their intuitive abilities because they're either called weird or they're scared or they see things they don't like. And a blocked third eye can also bring in migraine. So I'm literally using my pendulum right now and hoping that I can clear that a little bit so that the energy can flow through more on the chakra side of things. And yeah, meditation helped for me. So that could be another option. Now, I'm also getting swimming. I don't know why I'm getting swimming, but I'm also getting swimming. Try swimming. It doesn't have to be vigorous swimming, but some form of movement. So that will also help unblock whatever's going on here. So there's really a few different suggestions I have there. and I'm just working on the third eye now. Yeah, and I've just worked on that a little bit, and I really hope that helps. So wishing you lots of help with that.
Excellent. All right. Well, we've got a live caller for you next. Let's go to area code 416. What's your first name? Where are you calling in from?
Hi, I'm David in Toronto. Nice to speak to you again. It's been a while for me, so love what you do.
Yes. Welcome back, David. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing on this beautiful day?
Excellent. How can we make your day better?
Just issues with my right leg and foot ankle area.
All right.
Okay. When you say issues, is it swollen?
Sometimes, but more numbness and circulation issues.
Okay, numbness and circulation. Okay, and how long has it been going on? For a while?
For a while. For, a few years.
Okay. Few years. Okay, and was there anything that caused it in the first place? I'm just curious, or is it something that just happened over time?
It's over time.
Okay. The first thing I get is, what are you avoiding?
What am I avoiding?
Now, I know that sounds... Yeah. Sometimes I get the weirdest messages come through. Is there anything in your life that you're scared of putting or doing right now? That you've been putting off?
Yeah, there's one thing in my life I've been putting off. Yeah. You kind of nailed it. Yeah.
That's the message I'm getting here. I want to go through your energy bodies as well and see what else comes through. But
okay, thank you.
It's something to do with that. Now you know, your astral body's out. That's your sleep body. So while I'm talking, I'm obviously gonna work with this. Emotionally, you're good. Mentally, you're fine. Physical body, okay, we'll go into the legs a bit deeper in a minute, but let me just see. Okay, so you could do with some grounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just coming through those. Okay, do you do a lot of energy work on yourself already?
Yeah, I do. Every morning I meditate
I can feel
and I use
that.
the crystal.
Yeah, it's really nice. So you're off there. Let me just see. So it's the Earth Star chakra and the astral body. But the rest of you's good. I can always feel when someone hasn't worked on their energy and I'm giving them a healing the first time, it's kind of dense energy. You've got nice light energy here, which is great. So I'm going to go into your astral body first. So whatever you're putting off, I'm going to have to come back to this subject. Can you do it? It feels like it's a monster for you. Can you do it in sort of bite-sized portions? Can you break it down so it's not such a big thing for you? So legs can really be kind of being frozen about going forward. But I really get that this is this thing that you're supposed to do, whatever you're putting off, that's been going on for 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's your body's way of saying, hey, we need to do something here, because literally your leg is kind of numb and frozen, yeah? And it kind of aches.
Exactly.
So there's times when you get stressed. And it's the right side. So it's the male side, it's the dominant side, it's the action side. So, it's almost like you're in two places. You don't know what to do with this thing, which is why the message I'm getting through is to really kind of break it down so it doesn't look so huge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And kind of, it doesn't, I'm not getting that you have to do all of this at once. I haven't got a clue what this is, by the way. I'm just, so I don't always get told all the details. But what I'm getting is you don't have to do this all at once, but start doing something, because it's also affecting you. What's your hearing like?
My hearing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that truthfully.
Is it good? If it's
things
good,
take a while.
I'm just sorry.
Some things take a while.
Okay. So Yeah, okay, I'm hearing, not healing.
Oh, hearing. My hearing is okay.
Isn't that quite
Sorry.
funny that as I said healing, hearing? Yeah, okay, so I'm just I want to tune in around your ears as well. I'm just going into your Earth Star chakra now. Now, this one will just pull you down. This is the chakra that I work on that never really seems to be sort of activated in a lot of people. And I always find it, like I said, the most important chakra of all. So I'm just working on that now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting around the ears. Okay, if it's not a hearing problem, it could be a communication problem. Do you find that you get confused a lot, or when you're talking with people, it's a bit like a constant Mercury retrograde, or people misunderstand you?
Not really. I do a lot of teaching and training in my work and coaching, so I get my point across pretty well.
Okay, all right. I just want to keep playing around with this until I find out what the actual message, because I like it to be very concise. So this thing you've been putting off, is it around communication?
No, it's around finances, and also really, I got to bear down even further on my diet and take off some pounds. So it's two things.
Okay. So it's two things, and you've been putting them both off.
The weight doesn't come off so easily.
Okay, I want to go into your endocrine system and take a look at that in a minute, and see what's happening with your metabolism. Let's check. How are you feeling right now? I've just kind of anchored you. Some people feel this, some people don't, but I've just kind of anchored you in your body while I'm working with the rest. So I'm just going to ask, let's just see what's happening for you on this level. Okay, so I want to work on your pituitary gland and your hypothalamus. Yeah, okay, and thyroid. All right, so the endocrine system is giving you a little bit of trouble. So let me go down a bit. Okay, adrenals are nice, nervous system's nice. It's just up in your head. So basically, how is your sleep? The astral body wasn't too bad, but do you worry a lot? Is there a lot going on?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm worried about this financial situation. It's like, and I worry a lot about it. It's in my head like almost every day. So maybe that's it. It's just like, I'm always kind of concerned. And I'm about to do something about it next week, and I think that'll shift some energy for sure.
I think so. Some of this is really about going forward. So I'm just literally putting, but I keep coming back to your ears, so I'm going to have to go there in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. I know we haven't found out the source of that, but I want to go into that a little bit. So first of all, I just want to get the thyroid. So that's also when the thyroid is sluggish, it can be difficult with metabolism. That's why I wanted to check there.
Right.
Okay, ears. Let me just check your left ear. Yeah, there's something going on here. All right, I'm just tuning in a minute. Have you had any head traumas before?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Even like something small? Whiplash, anything like that?
No, not since I was a kid, like 6 or 7.
Okay, that's okay. We can go back to that young. You'll be amazed how things can affect you. Was there anything along the lines of concussion when you were 6 or 7, or a nasty bang?
No, it was just sort of I ran into the monkey bars chasing after a girl, and I got a cut in my head.
Okay. I'm just going to ask about that. Now, the reason I want to go into that is I'm just going to see if we can just clear that. What can happen later on in life? I worked on a client once, and he had hearing problems, and he was in his 60s, And basically he had hearing problems, and we backtracked it to when he was 4 years old and he thought he could fly, and he jumped out of a window and hit his head. Or landed on his head. Okay, so the reason I've gone into the ears and I'm asking about head traumas is basically I'm just getting a message to clear that, because that can, the energy can mass and it can stay there. So regardless of whether it was anything serious or just a bang, I mean, the monkey bars, I guess it would have been quite painful. I'm just being asked to shift that energy anyway. And that will be good, because the clearer your head is, the more you're going to be able to move forward with this other stuff that you're doing.
Right.
What about your sugar? What about your sugar intake? What's that like?
I don't have a lot of sugar, but my sugar levels are higher. I am diabetic, so.
Okay, all right. That's another thing that I'm getting here. So the circulation and the diabetes could be connected as well.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So I just want to go into the pancreas. See, I can't change the sugar levels, but what I can do is take the stress from the body, working energetically so that there can be some kind of rebalance. So I've just gone into your pancreas now. So we just the stress, because that's obviously it's quite stressed there. What about your immune system? How is that, hon?
That's been pretty good.
Good. Good.
Truthfully,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. I just like to check in while I'm working. All right. So, yes, I can feel there's a lot going in for the pancreas. I haven't even gone down into the leg yet, because I'm more interested in working down in an order and finding out what's going on so that things can sort of move into place.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So what kind of meditation do you do?
Meditation in the morning?
Yeah.
I do various meditations. Usually it's a guided meditation, and then I work with a crystal on three key points of 3 chakra centers. Yeah.
Okay. Can you...
And I also walk every morning, so that's a bit of a meditation.
Beautiful. Okay. So, I'd like to say next time you meditate, can you put a crystal below your feet?
I could, yes.
So if you're sat down, you can set the intention that it's below your feet, or if you're lying down, obviously, you can place it below your feet. The reason for this is we've just worked on your Earth Star chakra, and this is going to help ground you. And also, I'm getting a black crystal of some kind, if you've got one that can absorb energy.
Yeah, I do.
And to help sort of pull it down from your leg.
Okay.
Okay, so to help, so that's really to help clear what's going on with your leg. I'm just tuning in with finances, and I'm feeling that it's good to act now, but I'm also feeling that you're okay. You are provided for. Would that make sense?
It does. Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. I'm feeling that it's okay. It's a rough ride. That's what I'm getting as well. Does anyone use that expression around you, a rough ride? So it's almost like sometimes there's an up and down going on with it. I'm working on your leg, by the way, right now while we're talking.
Thank you.
I'm just asking if we can bring some. And you also need a soul retrieval.
Okay.
Have you? I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to tune in for that in a minute and find out what's going on there. Okay, yeah, so I just would be interested to see, because I cleared some energy around your ears. I know your hearing's fine, but that's where I got taken. So I'd just be interested to see what happens with your hearing over the next few days, or if it feels sharper or anything,
right.
Because I did get taken into there. So let's have a look. So I'm down in the leg now. What type of diabetes is it?
It's just, it's type 2, sorry.
Okay. All right.
So, I treat it with diet, exercise, and some medication. So.
Okay. All right.
And I live pretty clean, you know, like.
You sound it. And your energy feels very nice as well. I'm just going to check and see. No, that's beautiful. So you don't have any interdimensional. I've checked for negative energy, like entities and things like that as well. So I'm just looking for that before I move into a soul retrieval or anything like that. I just want to see if there's any other information I get. I do get something around communication still. It may be your communication via, okay, this is interesting. I'm just using my pendulum about this. Is this communication with the body? Yes. Ah, okay. Okay, that's really interesting. Do you find that you get, we do this and we don't realize a lot of us do this, but what I'm feeling is the body feels criticized.
Yeah,
so,
I get frustrated with the fact that, you know, the weight doesn't come off, or, you know, that leg pain happens. So, yeah, you know, I feel a little bit like, you know, my body's not where I'd like it to be, you know, and it's preventing me from doing things, you know?
Okay, absolutely. Okay,
I could be a little tough on it.
Okay, so that's the ear thing I'm getting, and the communication thing, not listening to your body. Now that, please, let me explain that before you. It's more the fact that obviously there's frustration with the body, things aren't working well with the body, but I do feel that it also goes back to, there seems to be like, do you feel, what I get here is there's been a lot of criticism around you, and it probably started in childhood because most of us as children were criticized somehow, or it could have been school. But I'm feeling that there's a criticism. It's almost like a loop, and it's been happening for a long, long time, okay? And it's criticism. Okay, so this is the ear thing. It's not being able to hear yourself properly, okay? And so you could be really gifted in communication and be an excellent teacher, but when it comes to you, there's a bit of a block there. It's almost like you're telling yourself to man up or something all the time when your body's saying, hey, I'm in pain here. And you're saying, shut up, I'm done with you. So actually what I would like to do is work a little bit. Let me just, give me a yes, give me a no. Can I work with the cell? Yeah, because the body it's very, very sensitive. It's really trying its best to look after you all the time, even though it's really annoying when it's not behaving the way you want it to do. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to ask if I can give you a soul retrieval. I'm also going to ask, okay, I'm not getting clear on who it was that criticized you when you were small. First I'm getting dad, then I'm getting mum. Did you come from a very critical family?
Not overly, but my mum would criticize my eating, or, you know, if I was overweight. You know, she was worried about it mostly. So I know it came from a place of love. And then I had 3 older sisters, and some of them were a little bit critical too. So one in specifically.
Okay, all right. So first of all, it switched very quickly. It went from dad to mum. Was dad the silent one then? What's going on with dad? I'm also getting that the eating thing was a guilt thing for you when you were really, really small. Okay, so now there's this whole eating thing now as you get older. So there's a lot of guilt around it. So really I'm working. So the body is kind of heavy with this stuff, you know, because it just keeps sort of moving in. So some of what I'd recommend to do is, one of the things is to obviously work around getting those things done, you know, the diet change, whatever it is you need to do there, and also working around the finances. I do pick up that it's tricky, but I pick up that you are okay as well. Okay. But what I'm really looking at is a little boy who's very, very sad. And what happens to us when we have problems like this is for me, what I find is most of the things that happen in our childhood affect us as we get older. Right down to bangs on the head, I know that as well.
Yeah.
So it's the work. This is the work that most of us avoid, okay? It's the inner child stuff because it's painful and it's icky and it's the deepest stuff. And so, it's a lot easier for us to me included, to meditate or go to yoga than it is to work on the inner child. So I'm just actually going to ask if we can give you a soul retrieval from all the times that you've criticized yourself, and see if we can bring back that energy so you've got some more energy in your body, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And also, okay, and I'm also just going to check into a couple of other parts of your body because I'm just kidneys. Okay, what's going on with kidneys? Anything going on there?
Not that I know of. A little bit low energy today, but it's been a busy, full-on week.
Yeah. Okay, so it's low energy, but I'm just going to work with those. And kidneys, you see, can store guilt and resentment, which is why I went there when we were talking about guilt.
Right.
So I would say that what we do as well is, as children, it's highly possible that we carry weight and we can put on weight because we're trying to hide from something. And guilt, emotions, So my feelings are that if you can start working around the guilt and resentment or managing to move that, or maybe do some stuff with the child side of you. There's a little boy in there that needs a hug, basically. Okay. That gets anxious. That's what I'm being told. Okay. So I'm working with the kidneys right now. If you can do a little bit more work around that, however it works for you, then that may really help you aid with your body and healing the body. Because I also feel it's carried. I know that we began with your leg, but as I'm speaking, I'm feeling that this is kind of carried around just below the stomach, kind of like kidney area. It just seems that there's a weight there. All right. And it's kind of like guilt and shame, like you're not what you're supposed to be. And yes, Mum did it because she loved you, but as a child you did it. That for you would have been, there's always something wrong with me. So I'm also working with a belief here. As I talk, I find these things, they just come up. So what I'm working with you is that you've got this running belief, there's something wrong with me.
Right.
And you've had it for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And of course, if you've got that running, hun, then you're always going to find something wrong, or something's just going to keep being wrong. So, again, I come back to a boy around about 7 years old now, a little boy that needs a lot of love. Okay, so I'm in the kidneys right now. Bladder's okay. Yeah, it's just the kidneys, intestines, everything's all right here. Yeah, good. Okay, so what I would like to do is I just want to work on a soul retrieval for a 7-year-old boy. I also want to return heart fragments to this little boy. So I'm going to bring that back. What would that little boy have liked to have been doing if he wasn't feeling guilty about his weight? What did he love doing?
Oh, playing sports.
Okay. Are you able, and I know you go walking in the morning, are you able to play sports now?
Not now. I had a knee injury, so my knee's off, but I walk every morning, I bike, I work out on the weights, stretch. Okay, good. So you're helping that boy. What else apart from, what I would like you to do if you can is just think of a few other things that he liked doing, whether it was going to the movies, whatever, and just nurture that part of you and let that part of you know that it is not his fault. Okay? Right.
It's not his fault. And, okay, I'm just tuning in because
Oop. Hello? Hello?
We may have lost Abigail. Everybody to stay on the lines. And we have lost Abigail. Stay on the lines. Abigail, are you there? Okay, just stay put, and we'll get right back on. Okay, let's see if we've got Abigail back on. Oh, dear.
Hey,
We've got you on, and now I think I've lost. Oh, dear.
Have we lost
I've lost
David?
the caller. I've lost David.
Okay. Okay.
We have a different caller.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
All right.
Are you close to being complete there?
We were very close to completion. I was just working with returning. So I think my last message was to work with this little boy and do some work on him that may really help the metabolism. Because
I think we've got him back. We've got him back. Hang on.
Oh, good.
David, are you back on the line with us? There you go.
I am.
Okay.
Thanks.
Here we go. Party continues.
Hey. Okay, there's one last thing I'd like to do. Now, this for me isn't going to suddenly change your life and you're going to feel like you're wandering around, and everything's brilliant, but I am going to see if I can just pull out that limiting belief. There's something wrong with me. We've done a lot of work around it, but I do kind of push that you do a little bit of work around this little boy.
I will. And what about the soul retrieval? You're about to say something around that, and that's where it cut out.
Yeah. I carried on talking for a while, so I've got no idea when we cut out. Okay, great. So, yeah, let me see, where was I with the soul retrieval? I'm just going to ask that we return all soul fragments around ever feeling that there's anything wrong with you, a soul retrieval in exchange with Mum for her feelings with you and your feelings with her. So this is just cleaning the energy up. And yeah, okay, beautiful. And also a soul retrieval around the worry of the finances, okay? So just bringing your energy back from that as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Lovely. Okay there. How are you feeling?
Really good.
Good. Okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. I really hope that helps with the leg, or there's some progress made for you. And yeah, keep working with little David. He's a very sweet boy, and he needs to feel like he can do things right. and then that will help with the body, okay?
Yes.
So, fantastic.
Thank you. Wow, this is great. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nicole. Amazing. All right. Have a beautiful weekend.
Take care now.
Keep in touch and let us know how it goes with all of this, all right?
Yeah, I will for sure. Okay. Stay well, guys. Be well.
All right. Take care.
You too. So that was perfect
Bye.
time. You've got 5 minutes to the top of the hour, Abigail. This is shameless self-promotion time. People need to know what you've got, how you work, how they can work with you, and take advantage of your awesome skills. Okay, shameless self-promotion. It's all on my website, abigailsinsights.com. And all the information's there. There's little ebooks that I put together with different information, connecting with the universe, synchronicities, abundance, and oh wow. Also, I'm putting together my online course soon of how to work with the pendulum and bring yourself into alignment yourself. So that's it, really. Yep, it's all on my website. All right, and that's all linked up, of course, at newsforthesoul.com, which is where you go and hear this all again, all free, all the time. Abigail, we've got you back on in 2 weeks' time. Great job today, and hey, we pulled off the connection pretty well, almost seamlessly, and onward and upward. Right.
Thank you. Great to hear you again, and great to be on the show. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure and honor. Thanks, Abigail. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Abigail Pattman, Abigail's Insights, 9 a.m. Pacific. Yep, you heard right. On Saturdays, getting some new spots going. In 6 months, we start our 20th year in broadcasting. So, yeah, more expansion, more growth. Oh, my God, it's all just part of the divine plan, apparently. And I'm dancing as fast as I can over here to keep up. More after this.
Since 1997, Soul Radio has been changing lives. From uplifting to unexplained, talking about breaking chains. Don't you know? News for the soul. Don't you know? News for the soul.
Memories from Heaven. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Dr. Wayne Dyer's last book, co-authored with Dee Garnes. And the day that Dr. Wayne Dyer passed, we were actually in communication with Hay House and trying to book the interview about the book. That obviously got put on hold. Everybody was in shock by his passing, and it was a process kind of picking up the conversation. So, divine intervention happened a couple of times, and this is when we're supposed to be having the conversation. My guest this hour, Dee Garnes, co-author of Memories from Heaven, Children's Astounding Recollections of the Time Before They Came to Earth. And again, this is co-authored by the two of them. We've got Dee for the next while here live on News for the Soul. Dee, welcome to News for the Soul.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's interesting. I've been so excited about talking to you about this book, and we've had a couple of rescheduling, so today must be planetary alignment and all kinds of epic things going on. Today's the conversation. So I'm excited. I want to start by asking, how did you first connect with Dr. Dyer?
Well, we have been next door neighbors for a few years, and so that's how we met. And I have been a massage therapist now for about 16 years, and so he started coming to me for massages regularly, and then with that we started to get to know each other, and we ended up becoming great friends, and then I just kind of morphed into being his personal assistant, and so we worked very closely the past 4 or 5 years, and then this book came about, and we did this book together. So
how did this book come about?
Yes, so this book came about with, I had at the time, my son Marcus was 17 months old, and he was just wanted to speak and talk so bad, and Wayne said, Dee, this is the time. You need to ask him where he was from before he was here, and ask him what God is like. And he would pick him up and look at him in his eyes and say, okay, you tell me about God. I know you know. You tell me. And it was fun. And, well, this one particular evening, my son Marcus and I were eating dinner, and my husband was there, and I was just looking at him with awe because he's just so beautiful, and I was pregnant with my little girl at the time, Shiloh, and so I was looking at my son and feeling my belly, and I was thinking to myself, okay, somehow I've made these bodies somehow in my, but where